What's up, guys? Team Hot Pocket here with another Cash Money card of the week. And this week's Cash Money card is Rescue Rabbit. Sorry about the crappy quality on the card, guys. This is the best picture I could find on the internet. But, anyways, the reason why this card is so broken, right now, is because it is really good for exceeding. It makes exceeding actually, big, uh, which tour guide already did, but since the re-ruling on that card happened, uh, Executing's gone back down to like a nothing thing again. Synchroing is still better, but before I talk about the combos that you do with this card, I'm just gonna read off its effect. This card cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can banish this face-up card you control, special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck, destroy them during the end phase. The effect of Rescue Rabbit can only be used activated once per turn. So, the main reason why that is so broken is because they bring out 2 4-star normal dragon type monsters. I mean, not dragon, dinosaur type monsters. And then they go into Evolstar Dragon, I believe it's called. Don't quote me on the name. It's kind of weird. But what its effect is you remove 2 underlying cards, and it negates a special summon of a monster or the activation of a spell or trap card. So it's pretty much a sound judgment on your side of the field at all times with 2400 attack. Um, it's just that you can only use this effect once. I mean, there is an Exceed card out there that if there was a card that would take underlying cards as a cost to activate its effect, you can take underlying cards from it to use this effect. But the problem with that is that not many decks really run it, and you probably wouldn't run it in this deck anyways and make it. I mean, you could, but chances are that it won't happen. The card right now for price is around like 120 bucks. So in this pack, the Photon Shockwave, it's pretty much like the Steel Storm Roach, the Pot or the Pot of Duality Photon Shockwave. It's like the main reason why people are even getting Photon Shockwave is for the Rescue Rabbit. Now, personally, I think the Rescue Rabbit is a lot of hype, but the price is going to go down once people realize that it's not as good as they believe it is. You constantly see Rescue Rabbit being used on Dueling Network, but the problem is that that's Dueling Network. Dueling Network and real life, in my opinion, are completely different. You can go ahead and test a game on Dueling Network all you want, but then once you bring it out into real life dueling, it's not going to do what you expect. Because on Dueling Network, people use a lot of weird decks, like testing them out. Like, I mean, that's what everybody does on Dueling Network. Why would you go on Dueling Network just to win the whole time? I mean, obviously you're going on Dueling Network to test out decks. So you see a lot of weird and random decks. And a lot of times the decks that this Rescue Rabbit deck probably loses to are the mainstream decks that win all the time to begin with. So it's kind of crappy and why people even decide to test them on Dueling Network. But another reason why I think Rescue Rabbit shouldn't be at 120 is because it's not very versatile. You can't use it in very many decks. I mean, Pot of Duality and Steel Storm Roach, there were so many decks that you could use those in. I mean, Steel Storm Roach was so easy to go into. I mean, what deck doesn't run at least 2 4-star monsters in it? I mean, you could just go into it for whatever. I mean, it's broken enough where it's just like, well, I might as well just go into them now. I mean, why not? It can pretty much get you the game because then it stops your opponent from, it makes them think. They gotta try and get around the Roach. But with Rescue Rabbit, it's only so broken in one deck type, and that's the Dinosaur. Plus, you can only use that card's effect once, and once you use it up, what if they get something higher out on you? For an example, like let's say, I mean, a thing I really think that should be run more in this format is Smashing Ground. I'm surprised it hasn't seen more play. I mean, heck, I don't even run it, but I feel like I should. Like, I feel like I should fit in room because there's so many big beaters in the field, and all you need to do is drop that Smashing Ground and it's gone. But nobody realizes that. I mean, like 2 or 3 formats ago, Smashing Ground was the big card that you just automatically put in as a staple, and I believe it was limited around that time because it was so broken. Then they unlimited it, and then you still don't even see it getting played anymore. But that's aside from the fact of Rescue Rabbit. Like, let's say you activate that Smashing Ground. He negates it with its effect, obviously, and then you synchro into Stardust Dragon. 500 more, I mean, 100 more attack than the Evil Star Dragon. You just run it over for 100. What can they do about that? Nothing. It's gone in one turn. You just wasted your Rescue Rabbit there, and now you have an empty field. Now what are you going to do? Nothing. The deck's too much. It's based on Rescue Rabbit way too much. There aren't enough outs in the deck for me to see Rescue Rabbit being really, really good. I'm sure many people could disagree. I could see it being a little bit more versatile in different deck types, but the main reason why people want this card is for that dinosaur deck. I pretty much call it like the Dinosaur Rescue Rabbit deck, but I really don't see it being all that great. Um, Not enough high attack dinosaur type monsters or anything. So I could see it being run in like maybe some other normal type decks, but I mean normal type decks to begin with aren't very good. Um, they're just not that good. I mean normal type monsters, they have no effect to help them out. I mean I guess you could get some really high uh, attack normal monster beaters, but they don't really have an effect to back themselves up with their attack, so they can get beat pretty easily. So Rescue Rabbit, in my opinion, is a lot of hype, but it's not really showing for it. I mean, I could see Rescue Rabbit just being one of those cards that you see being played at first, and then they find out that it sucks, and the price is going to drop down to like 50, and then that's going to be Rescue Rabbit's story. Um, Everybody at first was all like, "Oh my God, I can't wait for this card to come out. It's so beast." But it doesn't amount to Rescue Cat in the slightest. I mean, why do you think Rescue Cat's banned? Uh, because it's just so broken. I mean, Rescue Rabbit isn't nearly as broken as that card. Um, you know what? I guess that's about it for what I have to say about the Rescue Rabbit. If you have any other opinions that you would like to post down below, please post it. I'm open for it as long as it's not trolling, obviously. I'm open for like any other decks that you know that this card is being run in, or if you have a better idea for use for Rescue Rabbit, because as of right now, it's the effect of it being only to special summon normal monsters is what makes it suck, in my opinion. It would be extremely broken if you could summon an effect monster with its effect, because, frick, what do you do then? You probably activate two cards effects, then Exceed. Um, yeah, I'd run in my Gravekeepers if it had that effect. I'd, like, summon out Assailant and Descendant, get rid of the Assailant, and blow up a card in the field. It'd just be so much more effective, but the fact that it can only summon normal monsters makes it kind of suck. But I guess that's about it that I have for it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Cash Money Card of the Weeks. I know it has been a while since I've put one up. I'm really sorry to all of you guys that kind of liked it. I wasn't really seeing any comments, but they all got like around 40 to 50 views each, which was pretty surprising, so I was kind of happy on that. But I just haven't been posting them recently, so I'm back. um, but yeah, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys, and I hope to see you guys in another week.